Welcome back to the SBL podcast.
Let's go.
Another week.
Another week.
We're gonna jump straight into it. There's so much to talk about with another crazy week of football, but we're gonna go straight into the injuries
It was
from
injury
week
week.
2. It was injury week.
Man, it seems like it's injury week every week.
Right?
It is injury week every week.
Well,
You're right.
I feel like every season, week 2 and week 3 are like those weeks where injuries really, like the serious
Stack up.
injuries happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
anything?
so many to get to. We could just go like I don't want to say what the
I think we
worst
could
one
start
is.
off with Christian McCaffrey since he was the first one being
Yeah,
on
that
the
one
IR.
Christian
seems like-
McCaffrey, that's pretty bad. It's like tendonitis and their Achilles or something. Like
But
that
this is the
sounds
right move.
insane. Sounds
Yeah,
insane. Yeah, I think it's best that we threw him on IR just to give him some rest time.
Yeah, I don't love like reports that he's gonna miss like 6 weeks instead of.
Yeah, it sounds like at the beginning of the season, it sounded like it was just going to be like a little thing, but now it seems like it's more serious and
Yeah,
intrusive on the season. It just I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me.
I don't want to be that guy, but Dre Greenlaw, he had a Achilles tendonitis in the playoffs,
And it snapped.
He snapped.
Yeah,
so
that's the
part of
thing.
I think that's why they're so like, all right, we're not playing.
Yeah, because with that, that's what a lot of people say when they have Achilles tendonitis. Their Achilles snaps.
Yeah,
Because it gets very tight. So, it's I think it's important that we're taking it slow, how they are.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But, as a fan, it sucks because you know what you guys can be with him,
Yeah. And
it's also just once he is healthy, he has to get back in shape, most likely.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he'll be fine, man. I think he'll be ready to go.
I think so. I think Jordan Mason's like proven that he can play. Like they should be able to survive.
I would start to
be
worry
fair
if he struggles lately.
Yeah, to be fair, it's like the biggest issue right now is Debo not playing.
That is a big one.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah. He's a game changer, man.
Dude, this season he's the guy, and we need him to be the guy.
I just feel like with CMC and Debo out, it's gonna slim down the play calls, and it might be easier for like defense to like kind of not figure you guys out, but just easier to defend because they don't have to worry about these two weapons, especially Debo.
And I don't think obviously like the way last week when there's no free wins in the NFL. We all have kind of learned that, but I will say that like you gotta like your chances, like who they're playing the next few weeks. Like they should be able to squeeze them out and fight and win without Debo and CMC and whatever. But they're gonna need them. Their schedule gets tougher later. I think obviously every week's hard, but it gets tougher later. So it's like I'm not too worried about it. I'm thankful Debo's isn't that bad. I think he said like 1 to 2 weeks or whatever. I'm hoping that's not a big deal.
Yeah, and honestly, it's probably more likely like 1 week if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, looking at the schedule, Debo, in my opinion, needs to be back by the Cardinal game.
Yeah, exactly. It's only been 2 weeks. I feel like he's been like the MVP. Him and Fred, obviously, but he's been pretty incredible.
Fred has been incredible, dude. Honestly,
he's a monster.
Hopefully,
Fred
this
has
is a
been
wake-up
like
call for Ayuk, though.
I don't know, man. Fred has been like so unbelievable. It's actually insane.
It's like
it really is.
He's super cringe,
he has
but
no
I'm so thankful we get him.
He is the best player on the field at all times, and it's impeccable.
It's not even close. Nobody's even close.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It sounds like I'm a stupid Niners fan.
No.
But like, hey,
I
man,
completely
this
agree.
is just facts. This is just facts.
Robert Saleh said that he is like one of the only players that literally saves touchdowns. Like he does things that nobody sees, and he's literally preventing touchdowns by himself. And we saw that against the Vikings. He punched that ball out. He was gonna cross the goal line.
Every play he does is it's with a purpose. Like he's determined every play. He's going to make an impact every play, and he does, and he shows it over and over again.
And this is like a Niners fan, like I'm a homer, but he's so cool. Like the way he tackles, the way he hits
Oh,
people,
dude,
the way
he's
he
a
flexes,
stud. He's a
he's just
I
stud,
think
man.
I think the best thing about Fred Warner is he makes that position look easy when that's one of the hardest
yeah,
defense
Ours,
positions
yeah,
to master.
definitely.
He makes it look
he's
so easy.
he's incredible. I guess in that game too, Justin Jefferson, he had like
Quad
a
injury.
quad injury, but they said it's
Mhm.
not a big deal.
He
Like he's gonna
practiced
be
today,
fine. Yeah,
so
so I think he'll be all right.
Cooper Cup, that one didn't look
That
good.
that's pretty big.
Mhm.
So he's not on IR, right? He's not going on IR.
From what I read today, I heard he wasn't, but he might be.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's their best player by far.
Justin Herbert took that hit. It looked I got really scared when that hit happened because it was like everybody was at the legs. I was like, oh
Mhm.
no, this looks like when
Oh,
I saw him not getting up, I was like, this does not look good.
wait, was that the one where he got like folded backwards?
Yes,
Oh my god, I did see it. That looked
it
horrible.
looked terrible.
Yeah, it looked horrible. I would not
But
want to
he
be
got
in
the
the
throw. Did you see how he got the throw off
Yeah,
still?
yeah, I don't know how.
But yeah. And then I started seeing him walking. I was like, all right, he just rolled his ankle, which is crazy that was. I mean,
Yeah,
that's pure luck that that's what
yeah.
he came out with.
Mhm.
But it looks like I think he plays against the Steelers.
I think so.
I
He's
think they're
tough.
just gonna tape it really good. You
I
know.
saw Harbaugh said that it was today, I think he said that Justin said he feels much better and he feels
Yeah.
pretty good, so I think he'll be fine.
I mean, they took an MRI, but I don't. I think we're still waiting to see what the. I don't think they came out with what it is. But I know
Mhm.
Harbaugh in the preseason said any injury he's not going to disclose until until he needs to.
Yeah.
He said before that he's just going to keep saying like, oh, he'll be out like a week or two.
Mhm.
He's
N
doing the hockey route.
yeah, I mean, that's Harbaugh, baby.
Yeah,
Another big one, Pacheco. He
Checo,
broke
that's
his
a bad
tibia,
one.
I think.
Yeah, man.
Fibula, yeah.
That sucks.
Dude, how long do you, dude? I heard Andy Reid was saying it could be 6 weeks or it could be a whole season.
I hope it's
I
not
I
a
mean,
think
what?
I think it's
I
going to be
hope
a
it's a whole
season.
season. I hope it's a whole season. Fuck the
Come
Chiefs. I hope everyone hears me right
on,
now. Fuck the
come on.
Chiefs.
I agree with that one.
He's come on, guys. He's tough, dude. He's fun to watch. He runs hard as hell.
He's an amazing football player, but you know the Chiefs are cheaters, and I don't like
Um,
that.
I know.
my hot take about this injury,
Just kidding,
my hot
guys.
take about this injury is that he's going to lose the starting role
No
because of that.
way. Think so?
Pacheco? Yeah, right.
And here's my
For
reason.
who? For who? To
Clyde,
who? To Carson Steele?
I don't know, but
He drafted
To who
Carson
though?
Steele.
To
I mean, I
who?
picked him up on the
if
waivers.
Steele starts to do good, he might lose it. And my only reason I say this is
Dude, he's
because
not gonna lose it. You're out of your
Chiefs
mind.
have look, Chiefs have history. They had Clyde Edwards Hill. What's
Okay,
his last name?
yeah.
Alaire.
Yeah,
That
you're
guy
right.
sucks.
He was
That guy
doing
sucks.
every snap though. He gets injured. Pacheco's the one that comes in, and
That guy
then we kind of
sucks.
uh, what's his name? Jamal Charles. He got
Yeah,
injured,
you're kind of
and then
saying
Whoa,
like they
whoa, 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 whoa. Now we're talking about
anybody.
Jamal Charles being a fucking random
I'm not
with
saying
the
random.
Chiefs.
But I'm saying when he got injured, they pretty much benched him after.
But you're
Yeah,
arguing
but
like they can make it work with anyone.
I j- I noticed that they just kind of move on after.
Yeah, I mean they brought in Kareem Hunt. I didn't, you know what I mean? They have
Yeah,
Samaje P.
they
Ryan.
did. They did.
You know,
I
Yeah,
actually
Kareem
like
Hunt,
them
he
picking
likes
up
to play
Kareem
for the
Hunt.
Chiefs. So I
man.
wouldn't be surprised. I hope it's
But
not.
I don't know.
That's my hot take.
I picked up Carson Steele in every league. You know, like
So did I.
I
let's
would.
see if he let's see if he does well, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
I
does
mean,
suck
Um,
for
I hope
Pacheco.
he doesn't, but at the same time I hope he does. So
AJ
oh,
Brown, he's out.
another
that one's crazy too.
Yeah, that's a
that's a
big
big one.
one.
Yeah, for
Cause like
defense.
he is like, in my opinion, he is that offense, you know, without
He's
AJ
the most
Brown, it's
important player
hard to
on
make
their
it
team.
go.
Yeah.
He's the most important player on their team, and it showed.
I
It
agree. I
showed Monday
agree. I
night.
agree. I agree. I mean, he's a big impact when he's on the field, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And
But
For
they need him, so hopefully he can get back out there soon. I don't know how long he's going to be out. It says Sirianni said multiple weeks, or no, Sirianni would not confirm a timeline, but they said it could be a few weeks. They don't really know, I guess.
I hope it's soon because That guy is such a dog, and he's so fun to
Yeah.
watch.
He is pretty tough.
Um,
Evan Ingram got hurt pregame on Sunday.
that was
Yeah,
pretty
of course he did. Of
crazy.
course he did.
That sucked.
Donut for me.
I
Gotta
don't
love it.
know if he's out for a
Oh,
while. I have
Kenneth
no
Walker
clue.
also had the same situation, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that though.
Mm.
I had Charbonnet fucking starting, but I ended up not even starting him. But I wish I did. He dropped 18 points, but just in the league that I started him, it just worked out that I
Mhm.
didn't. So it didn't matter. But he was a good start. I was surprised. I last year Charbonnet wasn't that good, but
Yeah.
this year, I mean, he looked pretty dang good. You know,
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
looked comfortable running the block. He looked good. He looked good. Just need
No,
more explosive plays, to really solidify himself. But
I think
we'll
a big
see.
injury also is Jets lost both their linebackers.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's
Who
tough.
CJ
they're
Mosley
middle
and Jermaine
linebackers?
Johnson.
Yeah, CJ
Wow,
Mosley.
man.
Jermaine Johnson has a torn Achilles. I think Mosley might be okay, but he did. I'm reading he did get carted off because of his
Yeah.
thumb,
Oh,
which is never
But
great.
yeah, Johnson's done for the season. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
tough.
that's not good, man.
Yeah, those are two big pieces of their defense. Yeah, that's gonna be
I
tough.
mean, they won, so give them credit, but they survived that Titans game. That was a close game.
Mhm.
That was a crazy game. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, they got to play the Bills twice. They got to play Miami twice. There's a lot left in
They gotta
there.
play Patriots twice
They got to
too.
play
Who
the
are
Patriots,
looking
who are fighting.
solid.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. So
The Patriots are pretty dang good.
I know they play the Niners soon. I'm a little worried. I think they play us like in a week or two.
You guys play them
Are,
next week.
are we
Yeah.
pretty much wrapped up on our injury report?
Yeah, I
Do
think.
we want to talk about anyone else? I mean, there's
Do we
some,
wanna get in?
Puka's injured, Cooper Cup's injured. Obviously those are big.
Well,
That's a
Puka's
big
been out
deal.
for at least a week already, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we covered
Those
that
are
last week.
still a big deal. I mean, who are some other players that
Tua,
are
he's the big one.
Tua? Yeah,
He
I
can
mean,
take the deep dive.
Did we
since
not
we're
talk
talking
about
about
Tua?
Tua, I mean, what do you guys think he should do? Do you think he retires?
I think you should retire.
You think so? I just think it's so hard to tell a football player who's like in
Should
his 20s,
retire.
you're done. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the thing
But
is like
think
he's
about
not gonna. I know, and I don't disagree with you. It's tough, but like he's not gonna see or that CTE is not gonna show up in his brain till like he's in his like late 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Right now, it's been a few days since he got hit. He probably feels better. He's probably thinking, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, how are you gonna tell someone who's feeling better, like you're done? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
freaking
man.
hard. I got no clue what he's gonna do or
I
what he
think
should
the thing
do.
you gotta show him is show him the brutal videos of his injuries and showing him the way his fingers are curling
Yeah,
every
that's
single time. It's that like you're not supposed to be doing. That's almost like rigor mortis, almost like your body's
yeah,
stiffening
yeah,
like that.
yeah. What
Like
if like am I crazy? What if they literally told him you can't escape the pocket? Like you just gotta be a pocket passer. Is that is
he
that
still
the
gets
dumbest thing I've ever
hammered.
said or what?
He stayed in the pocket and gotten knocked
Got
out.
it before. I know. That one he got like fucking ragdolled.
He
But
Yeah, he got
whiplashed
drilled.
into the
dude, I don't know.
yeah.
It's a really he's on IR, right? So he's out 4
Yeah,
weeks.
4 weeks.
It's
Did you
gonna
guys see
be a
the video
huge
of
thing
Manti
for
Te'o?
players. Talking about how he's like his
Like,
friend or whatever. He's
I
like
think
breaking.
they're like family.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. He was on Good Morning Football or whatever.
Yeah, and
Dude,
he
I,
was
he has a lot of freaking fantasies, man. That guy's crazy.
he
after watching his show about that whole situation,
Hmm.
there was a reason why he did that. And
He's a weirdo. No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
there's like a legitimate reason, and
I
I
didn't
completely
watch
forgot.
the documentary,
Yeah,
but
it's
there
a
was
little odd, but
people did
whatever.
object whatever. Like the public made him whatever. Like I don't know. I didn't really get into it, so. But I don't know about Tua, man. Is it worth it?
I don't know. I feel like, dude, honestly, like, I just feel like if I was two, I'd want to play still, and I feel
But
like he does want to play still.
that's what you're not telling me in
And
a week he's not gonna feel like I'm good. I'm fine. Like get me
dude,
out there.
and you know what? If he does, I mean, let him play. Who are you to
Yeah,
say? Like
yeah.
it's
at the end of the day, like
It's
people
his
can
up to
life.
call him
him,
whatever.
man.
It's up
It's
to
up
him.
to
Yeah,
him.
exactly. It's up to him. They can tell him,
And
"Hey, you're gonna die in 10 years shorter or 10 years shorter lifespan." He could say, "I don't care, I wanna play," and that's his decision.
and you know
Yeah.
if I was him, man, this sounds so naive, but if I was him, I'm like, that's not gonna be me, bro.
Yeah, and he just
Until
got
it
paid
is.
a shitload of money in the offseason, like, dude, I don't know how much of it is guaranteed, I didn't look into that, but, like, dude, I think I'm playing. I know that's fucked up, but
Yeah, I'm playing, dude.
have
I really
generational
am.
wealth
I
for
really
you,
am.
your kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, their kids, if you just, I don't
See,
know.
I just think about like Junior Seau.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's true. We'll see.
Clearly,
It'll be whatever he does in 4 weeks, everybody's gonna talk about it. Everybody's gonna have an opinion. It's gonna be super interesting to see what he does.
you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of Flacco. I think he's had like
He's had a few, yeah,
knockout after knockout too.
yeah, but that he was playing in the day where like, dude,
Shockingly, he's still
yeah,
going. But
yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still worried about him 10 years later.
yeah,
Um, Teddy Bridgewater is another one that I think of who's had concussion, knockout
yeah,
after another. He's not playing anymore, but he's had other injuries. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the injury that got him out of the game
Yeah, it's his
was the
leg.
fact that he almost lost his leg,
Yeah.
and that's why he quit the game.
yeah.
It wasn't because, some other reason.
We'll just have to
But
see
at
what happens
at,
too.
at the same time, no other QB has been knocked out almost back-to-back games like how he
Yeah,
did.
that, and it was
You
like
gotta
on a short
remember,
week too.
he got knocked out. The next week, the doctor said you're cleared to play for some unknown reason, and he got
Yeah,
knocked out again.
yeah.
Oh man, it's so sticky. It's so sticky, and I
It's
hate it.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be
It's
interesting.
I don't know, dude. I'm just not
Yeah.
comfortable. Not comfortable with
I
this.
mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's his decision. That's all you could leave it at.
Yeah. Alright, I
I guess
think we
speaking
covered the
about
injuries though.
quarterbacks, we could talk about Bryce Young being benched for Andy Dalton.
That is
What do you guys think about that?
I hate
I
it.
think you
It's
have.
just weak.
I understand you hate it, but I think you have to.
I don't.
Go ahead, Sean.
I feel like he didn't get a fair shake.
He
Like it's
didn't,
kind of messed up. It's kind of
bro,
messed
he's
up.
throwing like
Now,
he's throwing a
now,
worthless
K-
guy up there.
Micah Parsons being a Cowboys guy. Like you would think that I wouldn't get along with him, but he had touched on this subject,
On
and
his
I agree with him. He didn't get a fair shake, and it's unfair.
yeah, and like
now,
you see
y-
like Baker talking about it, and Baker
You know,
said that the same
Baker's
thing.
right too,
He
man.
is
He's
right. Dude,
right.
who's he throwing the ball to? Like, who's his
Not
O
even
line?
not
Like,
even
what are we
that. Like we're
now,
just gonna call him ass because he's in that shit scheme, and they play bad football. I mean,
Yeah,
Baker was in that shit scheme, and look at the player that Baker is now. I mean,
Sam Darnold was
he's a
there
great
too.
player.
now.
Sam
Here's
Darnold, exactly. But we
my
developed Sam Darnold. Sam
Yeah,
Darnold.
no,
That's
no,
the thing.
yeah.
my
He's a
devil's
Niner, baby. He's a Niner.
my
Let's
devil's
not forget it.
advocate. My devil's advocate is they actually kind of do have receivers over there. They got
Dude,
Where?
Thielen
Thielen,
and Panthers. They have Thielen. They have that Steelers receiver. Don't
Deontay
forget
Johnson.
Deontay.
they drafted that South Carolina Leggett guy.
I
Is
know,
he
but it's
really good?
like I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It's like I'm seeing I watched Chargers versus Panthers.
That's right.
He did not look good. I
I
if
know,
you
but
guys
are we
don't know,
not gonna say that maybe the Chargers are pretty damn good? Like
Dude, they
legit.
are. They are.
I
They
look.
whooped them.
No, I know that, but I'm saying when I'm seeing like a quarterback play, when I saw him do that thing where I don't know if you guys saw it, when he scrambled out of the pocket, went to the left, and he let the linebacker absolutely pancake him
Yeah, I saw
without
it.
throwing it out. That's
Who are we
Yeah.
to me,
talking
that's
about?
like
Who are we talking about again?
Bryce Young.
Okay.
Like you got to throw it out or something.
I know.
You're out
No,
of the pocket.
I don't disagree. It's just like, dude, what this is what pisses me off is the coach after the game is like, Bryce is our quarterback.
Yeah.
Bryce is our quarterback. And like maybe he has to say it. I don't know. And then like 2 days later, you're benching him for Andy Dalton. Like you have
Now,
no who's in control there? Clearly not the head coach.
Now, oh well, I
You
was
know
gonna
what I
say now.
mean?
Granted, their owner is kind of a control freak, also.
Yeah,
That he kind of
exactly.
he wants control, and it's like you're the owner. You're not supposed to be having that
Yeah,
kind of control.
exactly. It's
But
like a puppet for a head coach. No disrespect to
I
Canales, it's been 2 games, but like, dude, stand up for your player or like, you know what I mean? It's been 2 weeks
yeah.
and you're saying he's the
Well,
guy and then you
so
just benched him.
my take on it is, as the Panthers, I think you did need to bench him. I do think Bryce Young may be better on a different team.
So do you think he won't play for the Panthers again? Because I don't think so, unless someone
I
gets
don't
hurt.
think so.
I hope
I think Dalton actually beats the Raiders this week.
he beats the Raiders. You think so? Oh
I think
man.
it's gonna be a honeymoon phase game.
I think the team will like play for, like, because usually when they change the quarterback, it's like, oh man,
They have a
everybody's
good
job's
game.
not safe. Yeah, it's like we got to play our asses off kind of thing. But I don't know. The Raiders just went into Baltimore and gave it to the Ravens.
Uh Ravens were up like 2 touchdowns. I think it was more
Yeah.
Ravens kind of choked that
No,
game.
no, totally. But it's just like, dude, the Raiders won. Like they're huge underdogs.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know.
That was the Devontae Adams show too, though.
I'll just say like I
Good
don't
for
love.
him. Good for him.
Oh,
He needs it. He needs it.
I have him on my team. I loved it. 26
I think
points.
I think Bryce Young will have an opportunity somewhere else. I don't think his career's over, but I hope it works out for him. Man, that sucks.
I think
That really sucks.
I forgot who I saw, but they said to like give him to like I think it
The
was like the
Dolphins or
Rams.
something.
I saw the Rams.
To Sean's point last week, he needs to work on his swag. He's got none. He's got nothing going for him.
Zero swagger,
He
dude.
needs
Like
to I don't know if he needs to change the Carolina gear he's wearing or what, but like
looks
his
like a lamb.
demeanor, it's just like it's childish, dude. Like I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I totally agree.
It's that middle school picture that one
Yeah.
where he's walking like a middle school. He needs to get that fixed.
I just feel like
ASAP.
from the start when he got drafted, immediately people were saying, I don't think that this was the right pick. He's undersized. So it's like, for me, I think it was like off the rip, his confidence was just like, well, damn, I was the number 1 pick and everybody's already trashing me.
Oh yeah,
So
that's tough.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He
That
never had. I just think he needs that one good game, and he just never got to have that one good game yet. To
yeah,
really, it reminds me of Trey Lance. Trey Lance never got to like
yeah,
in the
that
beginning
guy.
of his career,
What a
never got
loser.
to have that chance.
That's
Never got to
I
have that
think it's
chance
his
at
fault.
having like that
Yeah.
solid game to kind of boost your way, being like, you know what, I could do this. You
I
know,
mean, dude, Trey Lance couldn't do it with Debo, IU, Kittle, defense. I mean, Bryce is trying to make it work with these guys that we don't. You know
but
what I
also
mean? It's
Trey
you gotta
Trey
say
never
about
got to
Trey Lance.
play. Trey
He
never got to
played when
start.
he played like 2 games. I know that's nothing, but he played 1 and a
The
half.
first game
In
he
the
did good.
in the second game, his ankle broke in half, and that was when we were
Snap.
cooked.
That
Yeah.
absolutely snapped.
When Jimmy went in, then Jimmy's ankle gave out like 4 games later, and then Brock went in, and then the rest is history. But I mean, yeah, Trey never really had a chance. You're right.
Yeah.
Well,
And he
I
never
guess
will, if we're being honest, because he threw 5 picks in his preseason game. So that's it for Trey.
it's
But
crazy. On number 1 overall picks, we could talk about Caleb. He's played 2
Dude,
games.
Caleb Williams
I heard Trey was gonna go to the Dolphins.
They need.
this
I
year.
don't see why it's not a bad idea because they're gonna
Dude,
play with
that'd
Skylar
be-
Thompson.
So they picked
That'd
up
be
Taylor
kinda
Huntley
fire.
already.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley's on the team, but that'd be kind of fire if freaking Trey was on
Trey has
the
a deep ball,
Dolphins.
no? He has a deep ball. I'm
That's
pretty
what
sure
Yeah,
he.
he's got an
known for,
arm.
right? I think
He's
that
got
was
an
what he was
arm.
known for in college,
Yeah, he
Yeah, he's
can
got an
throw it.
arm.
if I can remember.
Yeah.
But oh, Caleb Williams. Next
Mhm.
point.
Yeah.
LOL.
I was wrong about Sunday night. He's gonna show out. That was he did not show anything worth
I
anything.
get people are saying, yes, I do agree his offensive line stinks.
They're
And
horrible.
and I think we put down the talk of what's his name? Ryan Poles.
Yeah, the
You gotta
GM.
do better.
Dude, he was
I kept
getting
seeing,
rocked. I mean, he was
yeah,
getting rocked.
but at the same time, Caleb's decision making was pretty bad.
No, totally, totally. Also, why does Caleb run out of bounds and then slow down before stepping out? He got clocked on that one. I'm not saying it's Caleb's fault, and I'm not saying it's the defender. It was Aziz Al
That
Shair.
defender was perfect. Like
But dude,
he was in the right. That's all
yeah,
I'm gonna
just
say.
step out, just if you're running out of bounds, finish like don't
Because he
slow
thinks he
down
has
on
that
purpose. He like comes
he
to
thinks
complete stop.
he thinks he has that aura around him where it's like, oh, since I'm the #1 pick, I'm not gonna get touched.
Bro, he
No,
got
you're in the
rocked. They
NFL.
did
You're
him
gonna get
right.
hammered.
He got rocked, man.
This
That
isn't
was
college anymore.
bad. I know that was bad, and they didn't even flag Aziz. And then Aziz got up and threw a
Yeah.
punch. They didn't flag him for that.
He should have been flagged for that one.
It's crazy. He got up, he punched. I don't even know who he punched. Roshan Johnson, I think, like the
I
third
don't know,
string.
but
He
he
didn't
went
get flagged.
immediately into that punch.
Oh yeah, he got up, threw the punch. That guy didn't even touch him. He just punched him, and they didn't
Oh,
flag
man.
it. It was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. But yeah, Caleb. I think they're playing the Colts this week. I'm gonna double check that. I feel like that's a game where he's gonna start
He
throwing
could
some touchdowns.
he better. He better.
Yeah, but man,
Because
he
I
told the punter, "Don't worry, I'm Caleb. Don't worry, you ain't gonna have to do your job this season. We ain't gonna be punting much." It's like, dude, you said that directly to the punter. You know what I mean? That's how he introduced himself. Caleb, you won't be doing your job much this season. Like, come on, man.
my thing is he's got to stop thinking like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing this like the scramble and the running and everything because he throws really good. When he
Yeah,
was like
he has
when he
to
was
do.
throwing, I was like, damn, that's a good that's a bullet.
Yeah, yeah. No, he can.
But
He's a pocket passer first, in my opinion. Like
yeah,
he needs to develop on
and
that.
it comes down to the offensive line there, and I think it's like maybe Ryan Poles should have thought more on this little free agent situation because now Keenan Allen, we forget to talk about that. He was out of the game,
Yeah,
heel injury.
He
and
was out of
DJ.
the game, 30 pounds heavier than what he was last year.
Yeah, and DJ
Not a
Moore
good
was
look.
not having fun. He was pissed off.
Odunze's not looking too solid.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought.
he was also injured though. He was
Yeah,
also
I thought
Oh,
he
injured.
was
that is
hurt.
true. That
He
is true.
played, but DJ Moore is healthy, to my knowledge,
And he
and
was
he just looks
pissed.
unhappy. He looks pissed off at Caleb, and it's like I know he was a big Justin Fields guy,
Mhm. I saw
so
that
I
video.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they need to get clicking like this Sunday.
Yeah.
That brings me into another like subtopic with this. I don't like that coach.
The Bears coach?
Eberflus?
Yeah, I
You
didn't like him last year, and I didn't like him this year.
No.
Yeah.
This whole makeover he did for this one, it was like it just gave me like phony where he was like, oh, since we're getting the Hollywood quarterback and all this, I'm gonna do a makeover. And it's like focus on
It's weird too. He's like, I don't think he's calling the plays on offense. They have Shane Waldron as their OC. It's like he just kind of like I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really like him either. I think they should have brought in a new coach as they brought in Caleb. You know what I mean? Like a match an offensive guy with, you know what I mean? With
Yeah.
Caleb
well,
and do
so
that.
the
Like the
rumor
rumor was like
they
Lincoln
were
Riley
gonna
was gonna
bring the
go to the team.
Not USA, USC coach. Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't even.
Lincoln
That
Riley.
would have been sick. That would have been super sick.
that was like the big rumor that wherever Caleb was going, it was gonna be a package deal with that coach.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I didn't even know that. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been cool, but I don't know.
I
It's
think what would
early
have
on
been
Caleb.
fun would have been what's his name? Kingsbury.
Oh
Kingsbury,
yeah.
yeah.
I wish they kind of brought him in to help out with Caleb.
Look, here's Caleb's schedule the next 3 weeks. I'll just give you three. They
I
play the
gotta
Colts
I
this
gotta do
Sunday.
something real quick. Give me
Okay, they
1
play
minute.
the Colts this Sunday. They play the Rams next week, and then they play the Panthers. I think Caleb's gonna go off these next 3 weeks. I know I said that last week, and I was wrong. But
Honestly, dude, I think Caleb loses to the Colts, and I think he loses to the Rams, then he probably beats the Panthers.
okay, but he could lose. That's fine. But
You know,
like,
there's some, he has a good ass team. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, he has a great team. But I just don't see him being the freaking, the Rams or the
Colts. You think they
Colts.
score though? I feel like they're
Dude,
gonna. He doesn't have a touchdown pass.
those teams are better than the Bears, honestly.
Yeah, I mean the Rams are beat up like crazy. Like like really bad, but
Yeah, no receivers. That's a struggle for a team, but man, I don't know. They're still too talented for that squad. I think they
Yeah.
outtalent
What are
them.
we talking about right now?
Just like the Bears next 3 weeks. They have the Colts, the Rams, and the Panthers. I'm hoping he gets right in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have a touchdown pass. I know it's
Yeah,
2
At
weeks.
all?
it's
I'm
it's it's
overreacting.
bad. It's bad.
Reacting a
I
little
didn't
bit,
know
but
that.
it's like he needs to throw a touchdown for his own sake, his offensive confidence. He needs to get going.
Did they not score a touchdown against the Texans?
Let me see. He was 23 for 37, 174 yards, 2 interceptions. He didn't throw a touchdown.
How'd
They
they
kicked a
score
field
their
goal.
points?
Khalil Herbert scored a touchdown, and Bobby
Oh,
kicked another field goal.
and that was it.
Yeah, and then in the Titans game, it was like defense, special teams.
Oh
They
yeah,
was
that was all
touchdown.
defense.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
I think he'll get right. That's kind of all I got for him. I hope
I'm-
he does. I like
I
him.
mean, he's not a quarterback that will get inside. I don't think he'll get inside his own head. Being like,
I don't
what's
think
going
so.
on? You know.
Yeah,
Now, another point though, I hate how he reacted to CJ Stroud trying to give him tips.
that was weird. That was
Dude,
super.
that was weird. That was weird.
Like,
Yes,
take
CJ's
it,
like
take the
freaking
take.
talking to
It
him.
remind me, Justin Herbert's first game against the Chiefs. After the game, Patrick Mahomes went up to Herbert and told him, "Hey, just make sure you don't need to take those hits."
Yeah.
And Herbert was like, "Yeah, I I understand." Like,
He's
actually
like, have you seen my
listens.
fucking O-line, Patrick? Have you fucking seen my O-line, buddy?
But it's like take the advice.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying. CJ's not trying to be like, "Hey, I beat you. You're not
Yeah.
as good."
It
He's
was
just
just
trying to.
weird when like CJ was like, "Come here," like because he was already out. Caleb
Yeah.
was already out of there. It was like, why? That's like, it just made me cringe. I don't know. I don't know. That was really weird. CJ said something today that he wasn't trying to like. What did he say? Like
He
big
wasn't
brother?
trying to clown. Yeah, big brother him. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
He's trying to.
I didn't get that vibe either. He was just trying to help him. Like he was
He's
just
trying to
being
mentor
genuine.
him.
Yeah, it was
It's like that's
genuine
what
as
you
hell.
need.
I don't know. It was weird. Weird, not a good look for Caleb, just my opinion. I think it'll get better, but that was weird.
Yeah, he looked immature. I don't know. I did not like it at all, but who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
We
I
can
get
we
it.
can move,
Frustration.
we could go into like the best and worst teams of the week. This was a crazy week, man. Just an absolute crazy week. At least I think. So.
And you know what team I really want to talk about right now?
I think I'm gonna get. Can I guess?
Yeah, sure.
I think you're gonna say the Saints.
No, I really want to talk about the Bengals.
The Bengals. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. The Saints are amazing right now, and I'm really hyped for them. I love that offense. The Saints offense is incredible.
Yeah.
They got Rashid, they got Olave, great weapons. They got
Yeah.
Kamara. Kamara is identical to Christian McCaffrey as far as stats are
Mm-hmm.
involved. So I think he's a great running back. That Saints roster is incredible. Derek Carr's playing football.
He is.
How he did, before he got injured,
Mm-hmm.
and he's playing great ball. But the Bengals, I mean, dude, tough loss, man. Honestly,
That
tough
was tough.
loss. I was pissed off. Fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They find a way to win. They won.
They always find a way. Always do.
I bet I had to grab something.
That I don't know. That game. All right, let's just
Which
jump
game?
straight. Was it PI?
What it was
Oh, they-
PI,
it was
but it's
PI.
like, do you make that call in that part of the game? I don't know. I don't know.
I think you
It
have
was
to.
PI. But
was
why?
PI.
Why does he throw the flag after? Like as soon as it happens, throw the flag. Why are you waiting to make sure it's like dropped? It just was like a few seconds.
Yeah, it was.
The commentator said, "Oh, late flag comes in here." It was
Yeah.
PI. I'm not arguing. It wasn't. It's just like, dude, throw it right away. Who cares if it's? You know what I mean? It just was
Yeah.
weird.
It's
I
a
don't
cool
know.
because Burrow looked actually good. That
Yeah,
game.
he did. He
He
did.
looks great. He looks great. He played great.
Mhm. I thought the
Um,
Bengals were gonna win, man.
I mean, they should have.
They
That was their
should have
game.
won. It's just the Chiefs are so tough to play, and it was in Arrowhead, and it's just I
They
don't know,
find a
man.
way.
They
The
find a way.
another team, the Bills, just hammered the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, Tua did get rocked. I don't know what quarter
Yeah,
that was
but that
in.
was like towards the end of the game. He
Yeah.
remember he threw 2 interceptions,
Yeah,
I
some
think
of
back
those
to back.
interceptions, there was just miscommunication or something that was bad. Credit the Bills, man. No one, like we said before
I
the
mean,
season, nobody's talking about them. They're 2-0.
it was
They're
the James
look,
Cook
they're
show.
here. Yeah. We could talk about I know we talked about
Saints.
the Saints, but like the Cowboys, that was an ass beating they took at home.
Especially with they're supposed to have a great defense. Neil Alvin Kamara just absolutely
He,
wherever
he,
he wanted to go,
they
he
ran
was
all
going.
over the Cowboys. Yeah. Good for Kamara, man. Sean was right
Yeah.
about Kamara. He said that I was saying I thought last year was a down year, and when you look at the numbers, it wasn't, but it's like he hasn't taken a step back. He's
Dude,
crazy.
he's impeccable. I mean, he's incredible, honestly.
He's
Would
made
you
my
rather have him or
great.
CMC?
On my fantasy
mean-
team, I would rather have CMC, but I mean, Kamara can't go wrong, dude. 44 points last week, man.
Yeah, 44
Can you
points.
complain?
I'm
You really
taking
can't.
CMC.
I still lost with him, by the way. Still lost.
I'm only taking CMC because I saw him in the Super Bowl throw a touchdown pass, so I'll take that. No disrespect to Kamara. I'm sure he could throw the ball, but I seen CMC throw. He played quarterback like in high school or something, so I'll give me CMC. Speaking of CMC, we'll go to the Niners. They got their asses kicked. It's 23-17 final score. They got their asses kicked. I mean,
Yeah.
I
mean,
as
you
the days
can't.
have gone on, I'm giving credit to Vikings. They played so damn well.
They look good. You gotta admit,
Yeah.
they look good.
Dude,
No,
Now,
real.
why do we get our ass kicked by the Vikings every time?
yeah, they're your guys'
Every time.
kryptonite.
They kick our ass every time, man. They kick
Couldn't
our
explain it.
ass.
There was some shit happening in that game that made me think we're legit cursed in Minnesota. We will never win in Minnesota ever.
Dude, they kick our ass. And
I think. Go ahead.
I got nothing to say, man. They shit on us.
Oh, well, I was gonna say the big thing is where it was like, oh, you know what, Niners are not winning this game. When they are at the 3-yard line and you let Justin Jefferson get a 97-yard
Yeah.
touchdown.
Sorry, that
I
is
mean-
so true. You go for it on fourth down, you don't get it.
Yeah, dude.
Which is just like, you know what though? But when you say we're going for it on 4th and goal, you believe in your defense, right? That's when you make that decision. Like, hey, our defense is gonna pin them. They're not getting 90 yards. They're not going 90 yards for a touchdown. And I said, go for it, because there's no way in hell they're going 90 yards on this defense.
You have to go for it right there.
You go for it, you don't get it. First play, I don't even know if it was play action. Dude, Justin Jefferson is so goddamn good at football. That is why he said, no disrespect to Garrett Wilson, but
Yeah, but I'm not him.
I'm not him.
Play me different. Teams play me different. And you know what? He's goddamn right. He's incredible. He didn't even play, I don't think, the 4th quarter, and Sam Darnold cooked us on that drive. It was a critical drive. He cooked us. No Jordan Addison, no Justin Jefferson, no TJ Hawkinson. He cooked us. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It wasn't. I don't know. I just give credit to the Vikings. The Niners need to figure it out. That was embarrassing. Their safety.
Honestly, man, we were getting kicked the whole game. Like all the
Yeah,
receivers, I felt like were open at all times.
If Fred Warner was not a 49er, we would have lost that game 50 to like 3. And I'm not kidding. I told Alyssa, I said, if that guy's not on the team, that game's over by halftime. It's over. It's over at halftime. It's incredible what he does. It really is. Sorry, I just couldn't believe the ass kicking.
One thing about the Vikings though, they always start strong and then they find a way to choke the end of the season.
They have a tough division too. That they got to play some pretty good team: Packers, Lions, Bears. But I don't know. It was such a weird game. Like, it was just weird. I knew when like the Vikings were winning and they were hype. I was like, oh, this is gonna be ugly, isn't it? And I sent you guys that video of Brian Flores. That guy had me ready to run through a goddamn wall.
Yeah,
I don't even like.
I actually love that video.
I mean, he got done dirty, right? Wasn't it? Like they wanted him supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but to like lose games so they can have
They
better.
wanted him to tank.
Yeah, and he
Tua.
said, "No, I'm not tanking. Like, there's
And
no
they-
way in hell."
they
And then they
chopped him
fired
off.
him. Yeah, good for him.
Sucks.
He
Yeah.
becomes the head coach again and
He
kicks
should be
Miami's
a
ass.
head coach somewhere because
He
I
can coach
think
the Niners. He can coach the Niners if he wants. I'll give him the position tomorrow because that was incredible.
I'm gonna switch it
Please do.
to a
Please.
game where it was close, but it didn't feel close. The Buccaneers are on a
Yeah, that's my
They're-
sleeper team. No, I'm just kidding. I can't take credit for that.
they're exciting to watch.
Yeah, they are. Baker's.
When I saw Baker Mayfield break ankles on the linebacker and then make the linebacker get a concussion by his own teammate,
That was
I
crazy.
mean, come
That
on,
video,
man.
that video, the side angle where he
Yeah.
cuts on him and he bangs his head into his teammate. It's like, dude, you have to tell people you got a concussion because Baker Mayfield juked you. Like, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, they're legit, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're scary.
Their
Dude, Mike
offense
Evans
is
is-
exciting.
How old is Mike Evans?
He's gotta be
31.
yeah.
Okay, he's not. I thought he was older. Damn, good for him.
Godwin had a game too. That's the thing is like Godwin. I think Godwin caught a touchdown. Like,
And then they have their new running back, right? That's like
Yeah,
Uh,
Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving, yeah.
yeah, they have a good team, man, and like to go into Detroit and win that game, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Chris Godwin, 117 yards, 7 receptions.
I don't even think a lot of people are talking. I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of the media and stuff, but I don't know if a lot of people are talking about how the Lions looked this last week. That's a bad loss.
It was
People
a
were
bad
saying
loss.
the team's going to the Super Bowl, and it's
And
like,
that was a home game for them too.
yeah, that was tough.
Speaking of low reception, high yardage, Cardinals and Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison had 4 receptions, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He only had 4 receptions.
4 receptions.
Dude, that was like in the first quarter, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He didn't get the ball again, I think, after halftime.
Man,
least.
dude, the Cardinals. I mean, we talked about it before how Kyler keeps them in
They're
it, but
scary.
geez. I don't
I
know.
mean,
That
as
was
a defense, I just don't like. If you're a defensive coordinator, I'm like, I'd be going to coach. I'm like, hey, this game is gonna be. We have to blow. Like, we just have to outscore them because
yeah, their offense
I
can
just
play.
I don't know how you contain Kyler Murray into the pocket.
Yeah, and what's the tight end's name? McBride, I think.
McBride.
He's having a season. He's pretty good. Man,
James Conner's having a season.
yeah, he's Kyler's like they're a 1-2 punch, man.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty crazy. Then I know the Niners play them pretty soon too. That'll be tough. That we're gonna need
I
all
think
hands on deck.
after Patriots.
After the Patriots we play
Yeah.
them. What'd you guys think? I know we talked about it a little bit, but the Raiders-Ravens game, Ravens were up pretty big. Now they're 0-2.
I mean, I will admit it's a big win for the Raiders.
Yeah, especially after that Chargers loss.
They needed that because they didn't seem like I don't know. I was reading like tweets and like stuff. They seemed like they were like they felt season's over. You know.
Well,
after
it
that
was
first
it was
game.
ugly. It was ugly against the Chargers. It was really ugly.
And granted, it was pretty ugly in the first half.
Yeah.
Of Ravens.
Yep, it was. It was.
Now, I that's why it's like it was a good win. Do they keep it? I think Panthers might beat them this week because I don't know. Unless they figure out the run game. Run game is really bad.
Oh, don't remind me, dog. I got Zamir White. Oh man, what made
Really
it
bad over there.
swing and a miss right there? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm pretty sure Antonio Pierce said they got a block better up front. I'm like almost positive he said it's not Zamir's fault. I don't know if
I think
making
he
that-
said I think he said something about like they're trying to make their run game too special, and it's
Yeah.
like just it's like to me it reminds me of like what Harbaugh's doing. It doesn't need to be special. Just run it down their throat, and eventually it's going to open up.
It's funny you say that because we can go into the Chargers game a little bit. I know the Chargers kicked the shit out of the Panthers, obviously. I
Mhm.
saw did you I watched McAfee show like a little bit because I like watching that guy break down the offensive line play. And the
Yeah.
Chargers were the number 1 team or like top 5. Dude, he said that they ran the most basic trap play 7 times in the
Yeah.
game. And dude,
It's a
that's
simple run
we were
game that
doing
we're
that
doing.
shit in high school. We were doing that in high school. They ran it 7 times against an NFL team, the Carolina Panthers. Did you watch? Joe Alt was dragging guys like he was there. They were lunch for him. It was crazy, bro. Like
Yeah,
they
I
have a
mean,
pretty simple run game. No disrespect to the Chargers, but they
mm,
execute it perfectly.
him versus TJ Watt this next week is
Oh, it's gonna be exciting.
that's. Well, we'll
It's
talk
gonna be
about that in the
exciting.
in-depth section.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
let's see
I
who
think
we
that's
missed.
it, right?
Falcons, Eagles. We kind of talked about it. They Eagles choked
Eagles
pretty
choked.
bad. Good for Kirk.
Yeah, he needed that.
Yeah, I'm happy the Eagles lost.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that Ray pulled up in an Eagles jersey.
yeah. Did you see? Did you guys watch like a lot of that game?
No,
I watched bits and pieces.
my mom's birthday was on that day, so
Oh,
I had to
okay.
go out to dinner that day.
I thought for sure like the Eagles were gonna win that game. Like it
I
was
mean,
a
I thought
minute
so
left,
too.
minute 20, a minute 20, no timeouts. Kirk just went, he chopped him up. And I saw the Manning cast clip. Matt Ryan was on the
I
call
saw
for
that.
that. It was awesome. He was like in awe too. It was
Bro,
it was pretty sick.
side note though, Matt Ryan is a robot.
Yeah,
His
he
like he like almost went way too much into like I'm an announcer now, so like
mhm.
I'm professional. It's like
Yeah.
just have fun.
Yeah. Wait, I guess we could talk about it. Have you guys been watching Brady or no?
Yeah, he sounds good. I
Is
like
that
it.
like he had a rough people were making fun of him week one. I didn't even watch him week one, but I like Brady.
That he has like hesitation, so it's like he sounds
Yeah.
at least his voice sounds better than Romo.
I do feel bad. I kind of trashed Greg Olson last season, and I actually miss Greg Olson.
Oh, I don't miss him at all.
No, I remember you guys remember I would trash the shit out of Greg Olson. I actually kind of miss him. Like I actually think he should be back. I don't know what he's doing right now, but
I think he's like doing the other side of Fox games. I feel like I've
oh,
heard him in the game.
okay. You want to go in depth? I don't have anything to say about the Niners except for get it together.
Um
You're playing the Rams this week. Get your shit together.
I have a couple of things for in depth on Chargers. Uh I think the big thing is this was the first time that we beat a team that was like struggling and we like blown them out. We've never
Yeah,
done that before.
yeah.
Like
Usually you guys like struggle.
it was great. It was great to watch.
Yeah.
I thought our offense would at least look a little bit better. I think we still struggled against a pretty bad team.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn Johnson, that was I think the biggest highlight for me. He was actually catching passes with his hands and not his chest because that was his biggest thing. Um, I think the I think one thing though that I'm not liking is people are putting Chargers at like number 3 in their power rankings. I'm like,
I know.
even for me, I'm like, come on, guys. Like, I get it,
They're too
it's
low.
Harbaugh,
They're too low. Yeah.
but I get it, it's Harbaugh, but it's like we're not the number 3 team for sure. We are
You
not.
don't know.
Like,
I mean, you never know, man. Like you never
well,
know.
this is a bit. I think this next week is going to be big to see of what we could do against a team because it's like what Harbaugh said. I mean, yes, Steelers aren't the best team, but they are a playoff team. They always find a
Yeah.
way to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So this is a big way to see how good is our offense against the defense of theirs.
Yeah.
Like
It'll be fun to watch.
I'm gonna put like a for prize picks, I'm putting J.K. Dobbins. I think J.K. Dobbins is like over. I think his thing is 58 yards. I'm gonna bet
Yeah.
on that. I think we're gonna run it down there. I think we're
I'm
gonna run it down again.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the score in this game is going to be like 6-3. No bullshit. It's gonna
I
be. I think it's all defense. Like it's like screams Harbaugh game. Low
I think
scoring,
it's gonna be
run
my
the ball
score is
defense.
13-6.
Yeah, it'll be low scoring. Like that's still low scoring, but yeah, I think it's gonna be
I
really
think we
low
score a
scoring.
touchdown.
You think they're gonna? You think they're winning? Huh? They're going 3-0 in your goddamn prediction, huh?
Yes. Oh, here's my thing. Steelers have yet to score a touchdown. Also, they're another team that have not scored a touchdown yet. It's all been
What?
kicks.
That's so weird.
So if it's like if our defense is what it's been the past 2 weeks. We could maybe keep it up.
Well, yeah, one of these teams will be undefeated, 3-0, and
Mhm.
one won't be, so it'll be fun to watch. That TJ Watt matchup will be fun to watch too.
Yeah,
Um,
we cannot let him wreck the game. That's the big thing.
Sean, you have anything on the Niners, like in depth, maybe next week or how they played this week? Anything else you want to say about it? Or did I just lose Sean?
No, I think I have a feeling Sean's asleep.
You're joking.
I I really think that he just slumped.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so hard.
Because have you
Um,
noticed he went quiet for the
it
past
got
like
a little
20
quiet.
minutes?
It has gotten a little quiet. Hey, Sean, you get a good night of sleep, man, if you out. Um, I guess I could talk about
Uh,
it. I think the Niners get right this week. They're playing the Rams. The Rams are obviously they have Stafford, but that team is so injured. There is no
yeah.
excuse for you not to go into it's honestly a home game. I hate to do it. It's a home game. Go in there and kick their
Mhm.
ass and just move on. Get healthy, get out. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, especially Cardinals scored 41 points against them.
Like
There's
I
no way
blinked,
that
I blinked and it was like 21-0 or
yeah,
whatever.
there's no way that or not Rams, Niners could do like they have to do the same thing.
You have to. You have to be able to.
Es-
This is a game.
especially especially because when I watch that game, they literally have zero offensive line. I know we
Yeah.
talk about it, but they like honestly do not have an offensive
I'm
line.
pretty sure 4 of the 5 starters are out, like, for a long time.
So it's like if
Bosa needs to have some sacks, like, I'm not
I
playing.
will, that's what I was gonna say. If Niners struggle this week, we gotta start looking at that defensive line because it's like you guys are not doing it. If the Cardinals are doing it,
Yeah, this is a massive get right game.
yeah.
Go kick some ass and move on. Um, yeah, let's see. Who else play next week? Dude, the Eagles play the Saints next week.
That's a
That's
good
it.
game.
Eagles are spiraling and the Saints are rolling. It's I don't know who the hell is gonna win that game.
That
I
one
hope the Saints do.
for me, Texans versus Vikings might be a great game.
If the Vikings win this game, I'm not mad that they beat the crap out of us.
So
I'll
my
barely admit.
my hot take is Vikings win this game only because Texans actually struggled against the Bears,
Yeah, they've
which
been
is
playing well, the Bears have a pretty good defense. Like
they have a
they
good
actually do.
defense, but let's look at the weapons on the Texans.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
There's not one bad
If
person on
if
that
the Vikings win,
offense.
like you say, there's something in the water. I swear to God, in Minnesota, they're putting something in the hotel water. I don't know what in the shower. I don't know what it is, but
Oh
I
man.
mean, if CJ Stroud comes out of this game with like 4 interceptions, I swear to God, there's something in the water. What do you think about tomorrow night, Thursday night, Patriots at the Jets?
It's gonna be a snooze fest, but Jets. I think Jets win
I think so
that
too.
game.
You think
They,
Garrett Wilson maybe like shows up for the team, or is he just gonna like continue to just have the baggy sleeves and look like shit? No offense,
I
Garrett
don't
Wilson.
know.
I'm
So
sorry.
so like I want to put like a little thing together for Prize Picks, and I'm trying to think who do you put.
I
I think
need
you
Garrett
gotta do
Wilson to
Garrett.
go off.
I think you put Garrett Wilson as a what more? Would you do more receptions or more yards?
Like he likes throwing to him on like third down and stuff, but like I need him to catch touchdowns. I think he's
Mhm.
better off with like yards, but
Let's
I
see.
don't know.
I'm gonna pull up Prize Picks.
Okay. I'll go into it a little bit more, just like another game. Packers are at the Titans. I'm pretty sure Malik Willis is playing. That's a revenge
Mhm.
game, kind of, even though he has no bad things to say about them.
Yeah, I mean
That'll be a fun one. I
Packers.
kind of
I
think
think I think it's a must win by for Packers.
you think for the Packers or the Titans are 0-2. It's been ugly.
Well, yeah, it's. I'm just saying like, it. I'm saying more of like it'll be bad if Packers lose that game.
I that's this is my like upset. I think the Titans win at home.
Think so?
I
Colts.
do. I don't know why. Nothing.
Colts.
I have no stats. I have no nothing. I just have a feeling. Like I
For
just
me,
feel like
my
they're gonna
thing
win.
is Richardson is very explosive, and
Yeah.
Packers defense completely nullified any kind of explosion. They actually made Richardson look like, you know what? I don't think this guy should be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's
Um,
like they might
that'll
do the
be
same thing for against Will Levis.
yeah.
Now I hope Calvin Ridley has another game because I think I'm gonna be starting him in my fantasy.
Dude, he's been catching the
He went
ball.
off.
Yeah, he's been
Remember,
catching the ball.
remember I asked you guys, I was like, should I do Shakir or should I do
Yeah, we fucked that up.
Ridley?
You know what, dude? I have to stop answering those fucking questions. 'Cause dude, I'm gonna just say it while we're on the podcast. I have no injuries on my fantasy team. 0. Everybody else in the league is dealing with CMC's out and this
Oh
out.
man.
I don't have
I
any
think
injuries I have the lowest points for. I can't explain it. They said Garrett Wilson was going off this year. They said, "Oh, he was going off
well
without
he
Rodgers."
should
We already
be.
know. He should be, and he's not. And I picked him first. And I said Olave dropped to me, and Shaheed is the number 1 now. It's just like, dude, I'm overreacting, but I don't know. I'm so bad at fantasy football. It's pathetic. I should be studied. It's just it's crazy. I'm gonna stop ranting about it. But
Okay, wait. So okay, I have Prize Picks pulled up.
put
Would
Jordan
you
Mason
put?
touchdown.
Well, I'm talking about for tomorrow.
Oh,
If
for
if
tomorrow.
it's
This
strictly
Thursday.
tomorrow, would you do
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers more than 213 yards?
No, dude, he's been throwing like
He's been pretty
170.
bad. How about Jacoby Brissett over 160? That's not bad.
160. He just needs 80 a half. That's 40 a quarter.
That's not bad. I think that's one that you do. Let's see. Garrett Wilson needs over 66 yards.
I feel like he should get that. The thing is, though, is like you'll take over on Jacoby Brissett, you'll watch the game, and you'll think to yourself, "What the fuck was I thinking?" Taking
Oh, Sean's back. Sean's back. Sean's back.
Sean, are you good?
Yeah, no, that's just funny.
Thank you. Um,
Sean, we were calling you for the past like 5.
Oh, dude, my bad.
you're good, bro. You're good.
We thought you
Um,
fell asleep. Um. Okay, so
um,
I think one that you might want to take is Mike Williams only needs over 23 yards.
he's like supposed to be the number 2, but I think Lazard is the number 2.
So
Rogers,
Lazard only needs 31 yards.
yeah, I think Lazard you got to take, bro. I don't know.
Or just
Now,
on the Jets.
Yeah,
what about Brees Hall?
Are we
he
talking
likes
about Evans? We're talking about Mike Evans, right?
no. Just that Thursday night game
We're
tomorrow.
talking about tomorrow
Patriots,
night's like
Jets.
Oh, my
we're
bad.
trying to like we're
You're
trying
good.
to do like if you were to do a bet for Prize Picks tomorrow, what are the players you choose?
Yeah, man. I think Brees is a fun one. Over rushing.
64 yards? You think he gets over 64?
Yeah, I think it's a good possibility. I mean, they're definitely gonna run the rock with him, you know.
Okay. Now, is it a risk that you take Aaron Rodgers for over 1 yard? 1 rushing yard?
He ain't moving.
1
Man,
rushing
that
yard?
is
He
a
said
risk, but
he said on McAfee that last week or something. He said like I know later in the season I'll be comfortable enough to start moving, but he said like basically right now I ain't moving.
1
I swear to
rushing
God.
yard?
I swear to God. I wouldn't touch it.
I
Because you're
don't
gonna, you
touch
know
that.
why? You're
Yeah.
gonna sit there for 60 minutes praying he moves 1 yard and he's not gonna do it, and you're gonna go nuts.
Well, no, so now you made me think of like maybe I do a less than 1 yard.
He's gonna do it then, dog. I don't know.
Oh man, that's a
Um,
tough one.
okay,
Um,
let's
okay, we're back
well,
on
you're still picking it.
matchups, huh?
Yeah,
Cardinals versus Lions is a fun
that's a
game.
good game. I hope the Cardinals win. Please, Arizona. Come on.
You don't want
Uh,
that.
the Ravens Cowboys game should be good. Both desperate teams, I kind of feel like, even though it's super early in the season.
Dude, I
yeah,
Ravens,
man. Ravens need a dub.
they need it.
think Ravens might be done.
If they lose this game,
No.
it's tough, man. It's tough if you're 0-3 in their division.
And I'm not saying it's their offense. I think their defense might be an issue.
I don't really know how they choke that game. I just don't. It makes no sense to me how you let that happen. But I don't know. It's early, so like maybe it won't affect them. I don't know. What about Chiefs Falcons? What do you guys think? Falcons had
I,
a good game.
No, Chiefs are gonna just.
Man, I hope the Falcons come out strong.
That'd be great.
But
That would
I
be
just,
absolutely great.
I just know the Chiefs are gonna win somehow.
That's
We'll
Sunday
see.
night football, by the way. That's gonna be Sunday night.
There's 2 games on Monday. I'm seeing
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
That's
that'll be
weird.
fun. Jaguars at the Bills. The Jags are 0-2, which is kind
That's
of
another.
crazy. I
I
didn't
think
think
that's
they were gonna
another
be
loss for them.
You think so?
They're gonna be
Yeah.
0-3.
Dude, you guys are gonna think I'm fucking nuts. I
You
think the
think the
Jags are
Jags?
gonna win that game. I have
That's
they have played so bad, I don't think it can get worse. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Commanders at the
Bengals.
Bills.
I think
They need that
Bengals
game.
finally get their win.
Yeah, they need it. They need it.
One thing about Chargers versus Steelers is that I'm a little worried on. It's Steelers home opener game.
Oh, they've played 2 road games?
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah, that it's gonna be
that's
loud.
it's gonna be tough. That's a tough
And they're
environment to
2-0.
be in.
They're 2-0.
Yeah, but hey, I have trust in our defensive coordinator. This is the first time where it's like I think we have the defensive coordinator.
It'll be a fun it's early, it's 10 o'clock game. That'll be fun to watch. There are a lot of
My
good
my
games.
thing was like people were kind of like not trashing Chargers, but it's like, they were like, "Oh, you guys beat the Raiders and Panthers." I was like, "Yeah, but now we just saw Raiders beat the Ravens." So it's
Yeah.
like now we have to put some kind of name on the Raiders.
No, totally. Like, the
So
beating
it's
the
like
Raiders first week that was a huge game. Huge game.
if we go 3-0 after this week is when I'm like, "Okay, this is it's getting a little serious." Now, if we go
Hold
2
on, you're playing the Chiefs after this week. Hold
so
on. Hold
yeah,
on.
yeah. So well, that's what I was gonna say. So after this, if we beat the Chiefs week 4 going into our bye, then I'm like, oh snap.
Your schedule's weird. It's like you play the Chiefs, then you have the
It's all
Broncos, you have
easy.
the
It's pretty
Cardinals.
easy.
The Cardinals might be tough. Then the Saints,
Yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
are nuts.
Now look. My thing is
Oh,
we're playing.
there is a rough part of your schedule in November and
Yep.
December. I
So
mean, that is a gauntlet.
my thing is this. We're playing Cardinals towards the middle of the season ish. And I
Yeah.
think Car Cardinals are another team where they usually start off strong and then Kyler's gonna get another injury somehow. He's gonna be dealing with something. I think we sneak by Cardinals because of injury relation stuff.
What kind of prediction? How are you predicting that? That's
Because
crazy, dog.
because of the history of the Cardinals.
Yeah, like I get it. He does get hurt, but man, he might also just torch you and like have 4 touchdowns in the first quarter, like he did the Rams.
Last time we played Kyler, we kind of I think we stuffed him.
We'll see. We'll see. You got to beat the Steelers this week. That's gonna be tough already.
Yes. No, well, look, I'm talking if we beat the Steelers, go 3-1. Because I don't know, it's like how can you say like you're gonna beat the Chiefs, you know? That's
Yeah,
not an easy way. That's not an easy one to say like, oh, we're beating them. Truthfully, it's not.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be tough.
Unless we look really good against the Steelers on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, going 3-0 is huge. It's huge. Like
Yeah,
obviously it
it's gonna
feels
be. It
good.
would be really big. We have not gone 2-0 for 12 years. This
Oh
is our
shit!
first time. This is our
I
first
forgot.
time for 12 years being
12
2-0.
years. 12 years? It's been 2
Yes,
games. I've got stats like
isn't
that.
that crazy?
That's nuts. Wait, what we're in 2024? That's 2012, dog.
Yes,
Dude,
isn't that
we were like
crazy?
freshmen in high school. That's crazy. Oh man, Jim Harbaugh, he does that shit, huh? He gets you excited. I mean,
Hey,
that's what he
he
is.
he had a Hall of Fame quote today. Did you see the quote?
No, what did he say?
It was about someone asked him about his coaching staff, and he said, I'm like Moses. Moses, I'm gonna die on my staff." or I'm gonna die with my staff, or something like that.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah. Everybody was like, "That's the greatest line I've ever heard."
Dude, he's kind of nuts like that. But you kind
Dude,
of dig it, you know.
this dude said, I don't know. There's some lines that Harbaugh says. I'm like, all right, Harbaugh, we gotta relax.
No, he is
He
kind of crazy.
he said after seeing Herbert do what he could do with his shoes, he went and bought the same shoes that he bought.
I'm sorry. He bought the same shoes that Herbert has. What the hell?
And then Bosa today was talking about that Harbaugh said no more high fives to Herbert because we need to protect his hands. I
Bro, he's
was like,
a weirdo.
but it's like
It's
if
working. Hey,
if that's
it's
what it
working.
takes,
Yeah, hey, sometimes you need, you need that. The Cardinals, the Chargers have never had that.
yep. Don't know.
Yep. I
I
feel
just
like
don't
we
like
probably.
the
Oh, go ahead.
I just don't like these power rankings putting us so high up when it's like
Early, like the Niners lost. They were like number 2 in the power rankings last week. They lost obviously to the Vikings. They're like, let me fucking. They dropped out of the top 10. It's crazy. I mean,
it's crazy.
this is how the NFL is, and that's what makes the NFL so much fun. Is like, it's literally nuts. And I'm just on the NFL website. Oh wait, this one still has a Niners at 2. What the hell? That's kind of crazy. Um, Let me go to CBS Sports for some reason. Niners are 8. Like you could drop, bro. You could drop big time. But this one has Niners 8, Chargers 9. How about that, baby? Come on, come on. USA Today. This is the last one I'll go through. Niners
Dude.
8. Oh damn.
Okay, so ESPN has Chargers rank 8 when we were ranked 17.
What the hell? You beat the Panthers.
We beat the Panthers.
Yeah.
Well, you beat the Panthers into benching their quarterback and everyone questioning the coach, the GM, and the owner. So you kind of
That's a
did
good point.
you might have potentially
We
just
stirred
ruined a young
something
man's
over
career.
there.
Yeah, you ruined a young man's career. I mean,
We
just
ruined a
how old is he?
franchise out there.
He's got to be like what, 23?
21, dude. I think.
23,
See,
23.
well,
Dude, with
I was
CJ
gonna
Stroud,
say
22. That's crazy. But
CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
well, Bryce Young's 23, but it shows like the other guys. CJ's 22.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. This guy CJ is gonna cook the league for like
Same
20 years.
thing as Anthony Richardson, 22, and he's already
Well,
had so many
Anthony,
injuries.
Anthony needs to, he needs to keep his
And
shoulder in his socket a little bit because he
at the
is
same
crazy.
time, Anthony Richardson looks like he's 35 years old.
He does kind of look like that.
Honestly, he looks great, dude.
No, but
He
it's
is
like
great.
when you find out he's 22, it's like what?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know how I ended up on this, but his 8th grade GPA was a 1.8. Oh, I don't know why that is on my Google, but it is.
Smart kid.
Oh man.
Smart kid, man.
He said ever
Bro.
since then his GPA hasn't been lower than a 3. Hey, we like to see that improvement.
There you go. Yeah, I saw on Twitter Colin Cowherd, and he's been a Harbaugh guy from the start.
Yeah.
He put us over the Bills at number 3, and I was like, "What are we doing here?"
I know, but it's gotta feel kind of good in a weird way, or do you not feel like that?
I don't like it because it puts excitement for me, and then we play like a solid team, and what if we get blown out? Then I'm like, well,
You're
there
not
it
gonna
goes.
go 17-0. Like you're just not. I'm sorry
No,
that
no, no.
you.
I get worried about getting blown out by like a relatively good team.
It's been 2 games, and I'm starting to believe that the Chargers are making the playoffs. I'm serious. Like I didn't
Right
believe
now-
it.
Who are the next 2 teams again that they play?
We play Steelers this weekend, and
You-
I'm gonna
you-
be honest. I have us going in with a win. I think we win that game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
all right, but who's
I
the
mean,
next? Who's the next
what-
team?
That's all right.
Then with the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. So 3-1. But if we're being honest,
Would it be the end of the
I
world if
can.
you?
But hey, Pacheco is out.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I honestly see you guys winning both games. Fuck.
I don't see that. I'm not going to be an asshole. I think
Huh?
they're
Wait,
going to lose
wait, wait.
one. They're going to lose
Can we
one.
Can we just hold on to this as
I
Sean?
am backpedaling fast. I am backpedaling fast. The Chargers look great.
Yeah, they have.
Okay, so
But you
okay,
said it. The Chargers never beat bad teams like that. They always blow it.
Yeah,
we always
yeah,
lose.
they look
Yes.
good,
It
man. They look good.
to me that this
So
is a
look,
different Chargers team now. This is a whole different Chargers team.
so look. Okay, say we beat these next two teams. We have a bye week already, which I don't really like, but whatever. We'll take the rest. We play Broncos after. I
That's a
think
win.
that's a win. I think that's
Yeah,
a win.
it should be.
Cardinals? That's a
That's a no.
50-50. That's a
That's a no.
50-50 game, depending on the
Dude,
Cardinals.
Tyler, man, he's a headache.
I know, but it's a 50-50 game if our defense figures that out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
It's
it's
rough in
not
November.
out of the realm to go 6-0 depending on these next 2 weeks.
Bro, you are nuts. I'm sorry. You are not. You're losing one of the next.
Look. I said depending on these next 2 weeks.
I think in the next 4 games, you can go 2-2, and that would be really good.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Yeah, in the next 4 games, you play the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Cardinals. You win 2 and you lose 2, you're 4-2 going into. Oh no, you're just 4-2. That's phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Okay. So my take is I think we go 3-1, and I think the loss is to the Chiefs. I think we beat the Cardinals.
Man, the Cardinals are that's gonna be a great game, man.
Yeah,
That's gonna test you guys a lot.
It's a fun
That's gonna
game.
test you guys a lot, man.
Why is that game showing on my thing at 6 PM? That doesn't even make sense.
I'm seeing that too.
There's
But
nobody plays it. That's
also
really
there's no 3 p.m. game either.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a typo, but um, I don't know, man. The Chargers. I mean, what are you gonna say if they lose this weekend? Are you gonna be like, well, shit, we're screwed, or like, it just
No.
I think it
So
depends how they lose.
exactly. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that. What if they get their ass kicked, or what if they lose just on a walk-off field goal? Like, they fought really hard. They lose a
Yeah,
walk.
I mean, if they lose like that, then I mean, I'm not discrediting the Chargers. I think they're
So
still good.
Yeah.
But if they get their ass kicked, I mean,
yeah.
fuck,
Then
it's
you
like,
can buy
okay,
it.
let's see what they are.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I want to see how good could our offense be late game against Steelers defense. Because
Yeah, that's a good point.
my thing is early game. I mean, how could Steelers defense struggle against our offense early game? Because it's gonna be like how we beat the Raiders. In the beginning, they were stuffing all the runs, but we just kept sticking with it, and then they just had to. I mean, you can only take so much until the running back, finds his hole.
Right. Let me see the favorite in that game.
That's another thing. J.K. Dobbins has been. I mean,
Lights out.
It just feels so much better for me because from the start, I was saying I think this is one of the best pickups we made in the offseason. Because yes, he has injuries, but I just remember when he was healthy on the Ravens, he was having these long runs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, and he's proven himself right now. I
Yeah.
mean, he's looked amazing for you guys, and
He looks healthy, which is like the
it's
biggest thing.
awesome to see, man. It really
It
is. I mean, I
it
Yeah.
can
would
hate
be
on the
so
Chargers all day, but
it's gonna be
Chargers
so
look great,
depressing if he gets another injury though. It'll
No,
be
I
so
hope he's
sad.
yeah.
dude. And I love the fact that this guy, him and Rogers, best friends, going through the Achilles program.
Together.
Yeah,
I remember
and
watching those live streams on Pat McAfee where it has you see Rodgers and in the background you'll see Dobbins come out of nowhere
oh
and
yeah,
they're just hanging out together in physical therapy.
Yeah.
like they're good friends, and it's cool to see him do well.
And he's such a good when I see interviews of this
Great
guy,
guy,
he's
man.
like
Great
one of the
guy.
nicest guys. Like you
That
could
flip
tell
flip was crazy though.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
all you hear about him. Honestly, that's all you hear about him. How good of a guy he is.
hmm
Yeah.
And that's what you want to hear out of these players.
But yeah,
Totally.
when I saw that front flip, I was like, no, don't do it. And then Harbaugh, did you see what Harbaugh said about it?
Yeah, I saw
No,
it.
what do you
He's
say?
like he's like, I'm just trying to figure out how we did it. He's like,
Yeah, he's like,
he's
no,
like,
but
I
it's
could
true,
get
bro.
he's like, I could get halfway, and he's like, I just don't know how to get to the I don't know how to get that full flip over.
It was pretty nuts. Like to pull that off is pretty nuts. But I mean, hey, he looked cool when he did it.
You could just tell that he's so grateful that he's healthy as of now. I don't want
Yeah,
to like knock on wood because he's been the guy, you know. And
Yeah,
it's
and
like
it's hard dealing with shit like that too, man. And he's
he's
had to.
talking about he was talking about
miserable.
when he tore his I forgot if it was his ACL or meniscus that
Yeah,
he had
I
that
think
he
it
was
was
like he's like
ACL.
I had horns like sticking out my knee and I saw the picture. It
Yeah,
was
that shit looked
legit like
horrible.
it looked awful.
Yeah,
Looked horrible. But it was just the way it was swelling.
Yeah, well, it was swelling, and that was just what they put in his knee for surgery. But
Yeah.
I don't know. My thing is like, I think, say, like I said, knock on wood, J.K. Dobbins he doesn't get hurt, but say he does get hurt, I have faith in Gus Edwards. The reason I don't think that we've seen much of him is because J.K. Dobbins has been just lights out for us.
yeah, and I think they should keep going with what's been working.
Yeah, you
Like,
have to.
but I mean, JK's young. He's a stud. He's been playing great. This could be like a whole turnaround to his career. Playing for the
Yeah.
Chargers.
My
I mean,
thing is like imagine like and this is how I could see like Harbaugh is like setting it up. You keep just stuffing this like run game down everybody's like defense.
that's his
Like and
DNA.
then it's like say week 5 you play the Chiefs who their whole game plan is like, okay, you know what they're going to do, and then next thing you know Herbert's just slinging it down the field.
Yeah,
It's like it's just you could if you have such a good run game, you could just open up so many different things, especially if Quinn Johnson is starting to catch his passes, which
yeah.
he used to never be able to. I don't know.
I mean, the Chargers are definitely off to a good start, and they're promising, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see
Mm,
what they make. What
I
what
mean,
happens in the next few
these
weeks.
next 2 weeks are going to be pretty big.
Yeah, they
Steelers,
are.
Steelers are like the
His first big test.
medium
Yeah,
difficulty team, and
yeah,
then from there, it's like we got to be ready for the top. I mean, it's a Super Bowl team,
yeah,
so the first
yeah,
test is this weekend. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited for
yeah.
that game.
You guys have anything else you guys want to add? I feel like we touched on a lot. We went through a whole
Oh,
bunch.
one thing out of nowhere, my dad bought a signed Justin Herbert card.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
that's
Like a
sick.
rookie card or
It's his rookie card. Costco is selling it for $250. It's not mint 10 condition. It's a 9 condition, but
Wait,
they
Costco is selling?
still cool to have, man.
Oh
Still
yeah,
yeah,
cool
that's
to
cool.
have.
it's $250. So it's like hopefully Herbert can make
Yeah,
that.
he wins the Super Bowl. That thing jumps.
Because I looked up if we had a mint 10 quality, those things are selling for 1,000.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So
Imagine if they win the Super Bowl. Like that thing jumps like
it would jump.
that. I mean, because then he would probably be. I mean, it depends obviously how
But
the
yeah,
season goes. He could be a Hall of Famer. I mean,
it was a spur of the moment purchase for me. I was like, what are you doing?
that's pretty
But
sick.
that's all I got.
Sean, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Man, the Niners.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of how where we're
Yeah,
at. We're kinda like,
the
man,
Niners.
we're just hoping that they kick the Rams' ass and we
It's a
can just
must
go
I
win.
back.
mean, I
It's a
think
must
It
win.
kind of is. It
you,
kind of.
you know, I think Juwan Jennings gonna have a great game. We got Cowing, who's promising. Let's see what
Yeah,
he does.
this would be a good
Uh,
time to have Ricky Pearsall. It sucks that.
Honestly, I think for Niners, it's gonna be another Mason game.
Yeah, I was thinking this. I don't.
yeah,
There's
probably.
no reason to just. They should be running the ball 28 times. I'm not even kidding. He better have 28 carries
I
by the
don't.
time the game's over.
I just don't think we can do that against the Rams.
I think we can.
Oh
I
man.
think we can push them and bully them up front on the line of scrimmage exactly how, like, I can see it. I sound like Doctor Strange. I could see every outcome. They should run the ball 25 plus times and bully them up front and just punish them. There's no reason why they shouldn't have full control. You control time of possession. You control the whole game. You exhaust them on the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would play it. They didn't play that way against the Vikings. Did you guys see that stat about separation from receivers? The Niners are like 28. They were
Yeah.
getting no separate. I don't know. It's only 2 weeks, but like that is concerning. We need some
mean,
goddamn separation.
biggest
Ayuk,
thing,
what are you doing?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Ayuk is the one that needs to
Separate.
Yeah,
just
you
get
you pay the
better
guy
right
30
now.
million a year.
Yeah. And then
You
you go
think
on the
he'd be
podcast
a
and
dog?
I hated how they were just slumped. They were just sitting there, horrible posture. I'm big on like I pick up on these things. Horrible posture. Their answers were like, yeah, like what he said, like yeah, he said, like I'm gonna just what he said. It's like, bitch, it's your show. You talk. I want to hear you. You know what I mean? Like it's just annoying. Debo has more personality than Ayuk, but I don't know. That podcast, they need to cancel that show tomorrow.
Dude, that man. I know I was kind of in and out of this podcast, but dude, that podcast was fucking horrible.
Horrible.
Is it that bad?
It was
Dude,
so bad.
it would have been so good if that bitch just shut up. Honestly, if she just kept her mouth, quiet, she stopped pretending like she was interviewing. Right? She has to remember it's Debo's show, and if Debo's not talking, it's not his show. Why is she yapping?
I don't know, but like, don't
mean,
you think
yeah.
that
Dude, she's trying to rate Fitz, bro. You think these
Yeah,
guys
no,
want
that
to rate
was
Fitz?
that was weird.
It's like
That
because
was
the only
That was
fans you're gonna
weird.
get
That
is
was
people
weird.
Yeah, it was.
the fans you're gonna get are people that want to talk or want to hear about football.
Yeah,
People that
that's
wanna
all I
know,
want
like
to hear about.
like you want to know to me what I haven't listened to it, but for me what I would want to hear in that podcast of Debo and Ayuk is Debo's the one asking Ayuk like, hey, so what happened in contract negotiations?
They talked
Yeah,
about it.
and it's like
But
we
it's a
got
different
that, but it
it's a
wasn't.
different talk. It's a different talk if Debo is the one that is asking that.
Like
Yeah,
personally,
yeah.
like, I'm such a like I love football so much. I want to hear like what went wrong on Sunday. Like what did they do right? What did the Vikings do so well? Like you know how I don't like the Cowboys, but I like Micah Parsons, and he will go on there and he said this year he's trying to be more of a leader. He'll say, "Yeah, we got our asses kicked, and this is where I got my ass kicked, and this is what they did." And he's open about it. You know what I mean? People make fun of him for it, but I kind of like it. Like if I was a Cowboys fan, I would want to hear like, what are we doing wrong? You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I sometimes think Parsons talks too much.
He does. He
about
does. He
the
does. But it's
issues.
just like, but that's what his whole thing is. It's not like he's gonna go on there talking about like nobody's interviewing him. He's just doing it himself.
Yeah, he just talks
You know what I
himself.
mean? She was asking them weird questions. She was like, "What's your favorite memory together? Like your rookie memory?" Like they were just
Yeah,
like
she want to hear like a fuck story or something. Like,
he was saying that I
yeah,
said like we're lit all the time. Like we just are. Like you know we just enjoy it. Like, what do you want them to say? Like, oh, Debo was like so nice to me when I first got. Like, he's not gonna fucking say
like, yeah, like she wants some dick sucking cheese.
that. Like,
It's
was just
crazy.
crazy. It was crazy.
I mean, that's a crazy statement out of me, but
It's all
that's
good.
what she was looking for. She was looking for
It
that,
was
and
weird. It was
and it's
definitely-
inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It's some grown ass men.
And I'm pretty
They'll-
sure they're both like I don't know if they're married, but they got partners I know
They're
and kids.
both married. They're both married. I think.
I think
Well,
they
at
both.
least they got baby mamas, but
Yeah.
I think the last thing I'm gonna add to this conversation is I looked up 49ers, and I was just trying to see the matchup. First thing that popped up was 49ers fans are already fed up with former Chargers head coach Brandon Staley.
Wait, why?
yeah. Why though?
Let's see.
Like,
I don't know,
as far as I know, he's not really that involved in the play calling or
I just think it's like they're trying to say
scheme.
it's because he comes from a losing background.
Yeah, but it's like, man,
I
if he's
just-
not
I
doing
thought
anything, it's kind of stupid. You know?
I thought for me it was more of I thought the headline was hilarious how they said that.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
All right. Well, I feel like we covered everything.
I think so too.
We'll be back next week. again, go over everything week 3. I'm sure it's gonna be another crazy week. Hopefully, the Niners actually win a game. But yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, and thanks for listening.
Thank you guys.